base hit to center field. Russell Martin headed home, and Kiké Hernandez has done it again against Bumgarner. RBI single to center to make it 1-0. Gunners 1-0. Bellinger swings, high drive, center field, hit the wall, grand slam, Cody Bellinger. What a start for Cody Bellinger. Here it comes. Turner with a line drive to center. Duggar lays out and makes the catch. Martin tacks from third, comes home to score. So Turner brings home a run. The Dodgers lead at 6-2.
Bob can take care of a lot of the details.
Ryu strikes out Duggar for the first out of the fourth. Got him swinging. Back-to-back fastballs up the ladder to sit down Longoria. A big bouncer. Seager's got a candy hop. Hyun-Jin Ryu's got 7 effective innings, and we stretch in a 5-2 game.
Kenley, when you walked off the field, I could tell by the look on your face you weren't happy. What was the issue with that inning, and what were you able to do to be able to induce that 6-4-3 double play?
I mean, it was no excuse, but it wasn't a great outing. Got to be better than that, and you can't let stuff rattle you out there. On the ground ball, looking second, and then see the ball. So that kind of pissed me off a little bit, and I should control that, being pissed off out there.
What about the Solarte at bat? What was the difficulty finding the strike zone there?
I mean, I tried to make some pitches. I mean, some pitches that I think that might be borderline that it went ball. So I guess the zone got a little tight, but it's okay. You can't let that distract you either. So I tried to attack, and just gotta do better.
It didn't seem like the cutter was cutting the way you wanted it to, but you found something in the middle of the panic at bat. What was it?
I just remember that homer that he got me in the opening day, or whatever the day it was. Got pissed off on that and let that motivate me, and that kind of get me out of that inning.
What can you say about the defense behind you and the ability to, regardless of the fact that you didn't have your best stuff, you guys were able to get this done tonight?
That's all we gotta do. We gotta keep working. It's a long season and keep getting better, and these guys pick us up.
I know you weren't happy about it, but you got it done. Thanks, Kenley.
Thanks, Lana.
All right, guys. All right, Cody, with that home run tonight, you now have the Dodgers franchise record for the most amount of home runs in the first 300 games of your career. When you hear that milestone, when you beat out like Mike Piazza, those guys, what does that make you feel?
It feels pretty special. It's crazy that I already have 300 games under my belt. I guess that's even crazier because it feels like it happened yesterday. But I don't know, just feeling good and just trying to carry it on.
What's allowed you to have so much success at the plate this series or this season so far, particularly against left-handers?
Sticking with my approach, understanding what I need to do in the cage before the game and in batting practice to get myself ready for that hitter, and just trying to execute my plan the best I can.
Bumgarner didn't seem to have a ton of command in that inning. Were you sitting on something in particular?
No, just wanted something over the middle of the plate. Bases were loaded right there, so just wanted to put the barrel to the ball, and you think you left the cutter over the middle of the plate, so just try to swing at it, and it went over the fence.
Dave, despite not having his best stuff as far as the cutter was concerned, Kenley was able to get it. What were you noticing there in the ninth?
I actually thought, we didn't make a play for him early. And I thought he was just missing a little bit, and then he kind of got it locked in and didn't execute on the par base hit. But I honestly thought Kenley's stuff was good. And fortunately, he got that with the big double play. I thought Corey did a nice job staying with it. Kiké, a huge turn with some arm strength. But I really do. I think Kenley's still in the baseball well.
Obviously didn't want Kenley to have to come in. What are you seeing with Yumi in that spot?
Actually, I thought that, I thought that the stuff was good, just kind of missing arm side with the fastball. Slider was okay, and he just, you get behind guys and you can't execute a pitch. Obviously, he didn't have a whole lot of leash once we got to the save situation, but we're going to keep running him out there. And Yimmy, I think the stuff is good. It's just a little bit, just a tick off as far as the execution.
How good was Ryu tonight?
He was really good. He was in control, obviously, kind of similar to what Julio did last night, and just varying his pitches. And I thought he and Russ did a good job together. Bumgarner, man, you got to treat him like a hitter, and he can slug, and got behind, tried to go with the cutter in, and put a good swing on it. So after that, then I think he got hit in the chin a little bit, and some soft serve base hits after that. But getting out of that, went back out there. I thought 7 innings was huge. We needed that from our starter tonight.
This is locked in consistently as you've seen Cody, particularly against left-handers as well.
It is, and even that first at bat, I think he just missed a homer, and then he comes up with the bases loaded, stays on the cut fastball, and just all of his at bat qualities, his takes are good. He's just seeing it really well. And to your question, yeah, I think this is as good as I've seen him.
Made you confident that Cody was not going to struggle against left-handers?
Well, I think he's got a very good track record. He stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed against him. He always has. I think that last year was certainly an outlier for me, for him, for us. Spring training, I think I saw some very good things in spring training, and you got to give him a runway, and so we're doing that. And to his credit, he's putting quality at bats together. That's the thing, is that he's off to a good start offensively, but just as we talked about, is to have that rapport, have him running him out there essentially every day at second base, and getting that relationship with Corey. But at second base, anywhere you put him, he affects the game, impacts the game defensively. But at second base, I mean, even the play off Belt's bat to be there, and that was a huge play. And obviously that double play with the arm strength. He just does so many things that saves pitches, wins baseball games.
Dave, did you consider keeping Ferguson?
No, Fergie, every other day he's been, went multiples in spring training, but that's when he was doing a starter kind of every 5th day. So to think that he can go 3 times and then have a day off and then go multiples after that, it started to get stressful. Initially, that was my thought. But then after he had to kind of grind to get through that inning, to go out there and get him back where Longo and Posey, it's a perfect spot for Yimmy, who was off yesterday, to start fresh, to have Kenley behind him.
Kiké's always hit lefties, as we know, but Madison's run on the middle left-hander. We seem to talk about this every year. Have you figured out any explanation for that kind of success against that?
No, because he's one of the best in the game. Bum is, and even when you look back 3-4 years, Kiké still had a lot of success against him. But today, even for Kiké to hit the changeup, so you see that cat and mouse where Bum's trying to figure out Kiké and figuring out how to get this guy out. So he goes first pitch changeup, and he's on that changeup too. So he's hit the cutter, the backdoor slider, the changeup. So it's still a grind and a battle every time, I'm sure, for Kiké.
Well, that got pretty close, didn't it, at the end? Dodgers with a 6-2 lead going into the 9th inning. Giants get 3. Put him at the corners with 1 out, but Kenley Jansen ultimately able to induce a double play to end it.
You know what? The lead being so big because of Bellinger's grand slam really came in handy. The bullpen shaky again, but Ryu at the beginning of the game was fantastic. So between the offense early and Ryu early, they had enough padding to get it done.
So they tied this series up, but the bullpen at this point, like you mentioned, the obvious concern through the first week, what's got to change moving forward for them?
They've got to start throwing strikes early in the count. I think it's really the hitters' counts that they're getting in. You saw Yimi fall behind. You saw Kenley fall behind. That's a pattern you can't do. I don't care if you're a starter or reliever. You've got to get ahead of hitters and throw strikes. This staff was known last year and over all of Rick Honeycutt's tenure as a staff that attacks, stays away from the long ball, stays away from walks, and that's what they're not doing. That's walks, and the home run is kind of getting them.
Try to win the series tomorrow as Ross Stripling takes the ball against Derek Holland of the Giants.